First of all, holy shit. Are you who I think you are? All right, everyone. So just a little slight disclosure. I'm not going to say anything in detail, except I think I might have gone to school with you. So I might have gone to school with you. Can you hear me? Are we good? Holy shit. Is this working? Sorry, tech problems. It's highly ironic. Let me check. Is this working, by the way? Can I get an F in the chat? Is it working? Hang on. All right, cool. Right. All right, cool. Thanks, Yannicka. Okay, cool. Right. So, first of all, I'm not able to diagnose people. The disclaimer: this is not diagnostic. We are purely talking about some new changes coming up with Right to Choose in the UK. So, I mean, do you find that you're not very good at concentrating until you find yourself focusing on something that you're really enjoying? Like me right now, I'm over here playing my Taylor Swift. Yeah. This, by the way, this is a school friend of mine. That's just utterly insane. Wow. Okay, cool. Dave, that's honestly amazing. We should have a chat at some point. like a non-worky chat. That would be amazing. So, a good friend of mine from school. Yes, I should say one of the group of friends that I fell into later on in high school is here. Found my channel thanks to the wonderful YouTube algorithm. Is it good? Yeah, okay, nice interesting. Holy shit, good time I can't tell you. Yeah, well, it is kind of unusual, right? I mean, I'm mentally calculating my age, over 40, so it has been a while. So it's really nuts to have an old school friend rock up to something you're doing on the internet. So yeah, his name is David. Hello, David. Nice to meet you. I think the last time we spoke was around GCSEs, so this was a while back. But anyway, let me maybe you're struggling to focus like me, or maybe you just can't sit still. Maybe you're super restless. I mean, maybe you do things like me without considering the consequences. Well, that's impulsivity. And to be fair, everyone, I'm going to do the everyone's a little bit autistic thing here, by the way. It's just, everyone's a little bit ADHD in terms of everyone struggles with attention and focus at times in life. But if it's having a disabling impact on your life, then it might be something that you could get help for. So I'm a YouTuber and I'm not able to diagnose ADHD. But here's the thing. If you want a doctor's appointment in the UK, it might soon be really, really difficult. And I'm not actually talking about the waiting list or the difficulties getting a referral. I'm talking about a little hidden change in healthcare policy. It's buried in page 106 of a consultation document that we can take a look at in a moment. But that document doesn't mention ADHD. But the net effect is it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to access healthcare services in the UK. Basically, at the minute, there's a massive waiting list. There's huge demand, but they are currently unrestricted. There are actually no restrictions on people accessing healthcare pathways for ADHD or indeed autism in the UK. Actually, YouTubers can't diagnose ADHD, no, not at all. Okay, since we have a mod on the chat, we'll leave that open there. Everyone's saying hi to David, which is kind of amazing. Right. So yeah, anyway, these changes are going to come into force on the 1st of April, and that's less than 6 weeks' time. But there is there is actually, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. That one. Boom. Via ADHD UK, this is. Do you know what's quite funny? On ADHD UK, they've obviously got this little presentation video here, right? Do you want to know what's quite funny, right? They've got this presentation video on ADHD UK, but what's fucking hilarious to me is that it's actually flipped. It's almost like they weren't paying attention. I find it funny. It is April the 1st, but it isn't a funny thing, Wendy. Everyone? Is Anna Ferret? So anyway, I think that's quite funny. So the fact it's reversed is neither here nor there, except for the fact that somebody did pay attention when they were editing the video. Sorry. Look, I don't know. I think it's funny. But basically, right, anyway, NHS Right to Choose. So for those of you who don't know my history, I actually was one of the first 12 software developers. In fact, this was my entry into the NHS, where I was one of the first 12 software engineers working for BT who built the NHS Choose and Book system. Hooray! Where's the applause button? It's not that one. There it is. Yay. Okay. I was one of the first developers working on that system. And when it rolled out to GPs, it was really, really unpopular. And only 13 GPs actually ever used it. And it needed to be reworked and rebranded. And it needed to have consultation from the GP unions, oh goodness me, who wanted input on the system. They hated the idea. Let me take you back to, what was it, 2004? Yeah. GPs did not want you choosing your referrals. GPs absolutely, back then, GPs hated it. They hated the idea that people could have a right to choose where their referral was going. And I'm not talking about ADHD, autism, or anything like this. Literally anything, like any sort of, anything past primary care, the GPs were the gateway to, and they would write their letters, and they would be very, very important. And honestly, it was fucking awful. Later down the line, I am not involved in it at all, but it's this right to choose. Choose and book, right to choose. It's just a rebrand of the same damn thing, in my opinion. But that's basically the history of it. So, I mean, culturally, GPs want to do what GPs want to do. Interestingly, one of the large GP unions actually doesn't want to be involved in anything to do with ADHD. Okay, anything to do with ADHD, autism. They actually, currently what happens is if you suspect autism, you suspect ADHD, you contact your GP and you do it by waking up in the morning, picking up the phone, 8 o'clock in the morning and making a phone call. And literally you have to just keep phoning on repeat dial, like we like telephones anyway. And you'd be like, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, can I get an appointment, please? Or what's it about? And you have to talk to some shitty receptionist about what you want and so on and so forth, right? And then your GP will do a little tiny questionnaire with you and decide whether or not you're worthy of a referral. It doesn't cost them anything. They actually get paid a tiny bit of money for doing it. But honestly, they don't want to do it. GPs do not want to be involved in anything to do with, I want to say mental health, but obviously autism is not a mental health condition. It's not a mental illness, but ADHD or indeed autism referrals, they don't want to have anything to do with it. So if we've got GPs dropping anything to do with referrals, which is actually currently the care pathway for autism ADHD. And we've got right to choose changing. And the important change is in every, there's a special term for this, but it's like in every little local, it's not the local authority, it's here. It's every ICB area. Hang on, let me make this bigger for you. Make it big, make me small. No, not like that at all. That's really bad. Okay, here we go. Their website, you can tell they're a bit stressed, eh? Basically, the gist of it is this: that currently there's no limit on number of referrals. So in theory, a GP could refer everyone that asks for an assessment for one. That doesn't mean that they're going to be diagnosed with ADHD, by the way. Something like a third-ish of patients. Don't quote me on that. It is about a third. It's about 30%. Two-digit number with a 3 on it. It's got to be 30 something. Actually end up not receiving a diagnosis. It's not like it's like, well, hey, everyone get a diagnosis for some reason. But restricting it to just 25 to 40 patients per NHS area, which equates to £2,500 to £4,000 per patient, that's the cost, is nuts. And the reason it's so expensive is because GPs don't want to handle things like medication or titration or annual reviews or anything like that. This is a bit of a problem. So the purpose of this live stream is to encourage you all who are in the UK or have a UK postcode to head over to ADHD UK MP email page and fill in the web form. Yeah, Yannicka, they're going to literally limit the number of referrals they can do to 25 to 40. Actually, to be honest, if the GPs aren't going to handle, because the GP unions don't want to do it, if they don't want to handle referrals, then then I think that limits it to 0 via GPs, doesn't it, really? My GP has just finished Twitch to web booking. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, that's pretty cool. Finally moving with the times. Who wants to use phone calls, right? Who wants phone calls? Nuts. Hang on. This software drives me nuts. There we go. Right, what's in the chat? Sorry, I'll overlay it and you can all enjoy looking at it on the screen. How about that? Their MP letter template had been properly proofread either, at least I looked at it yesterday. I don't know what to say, Jenny K. It's ADHD UK. Just manage your expectations. Their videos back to front, their letters a bit topsy-turvy, but they're doing their best, damn it. So yeah, sorry if it's boring for the Americans and everyone else around the world. You obviously have your own issues going on right now, like holy shit. Did anyone hear about Sergey, one of the founders of Google? He's putting aside a lot of money to for autism research. Anyone, if you guys followed that at all? That's going to be a shit show. Aria, he's calling it. It's quite funny. It will be for the whole of the, well, it won't be for Wales. So it'd be England and Northern Ireland. John B, it's England and Northern Ireland. Scotland doesn't have this same system. Autistic tech, not boring. I love hearing about things that make me feel better about healthcare here. Yeah, I suppose what I'm trying to say is it's a shit show everywhere. If you've gotten a bit late, yeah. So basically, GPs are going to be restricted to, well, two things really. There's two issues. One of them is GPs don't want to do referrals for autism or ADHD. The ADHD one is quite serious. They really should be doing ADHD referrals. I mean, holy shit! There's like a 10 to 12 question checklist that they have to fill in and go, okay, this indicates a referral. It's not complicated. It's easy work, if I'm honest with you. Hey, Amelia. So there you go. 12-minute rant. How good was that? This is because I really wasn't prepared to do the conversation. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, so anyway, waiting lists for ADHD assessments are a fun thing, aren't they? So if you're in South London, it can be as quick as 5 weeks. If you're in Belfast, I think there's a child in Belfast who's been waiting for like 8 years or something. Actually, why do GPs not want to do referrals? It's work. It's actually part of the negotiation with the government. So there's a whole load of things they don't want to do actually, and a whole load more things that they want to do, and more money they want. And it's just a negotiation. But one of the I just thought it was super interesting that one of the things they want to say is we don't want ADHD and autism referrals. They don't want to be involved at all. They don't want to do ADHD medication. Nothing. They just do not. Nope. Not our healthcare. I thought that was very, very interesting. Genuinely. Isn't it Gulf of America fries right now? Yeah, basically. Basically. Ed Garnham, welcome, by the way. I think you're a new name. I often get involved in helping people get their referral. If they don't need medication, I can assess for student support within a few weeks. Absolutely. In fact, you can self-refer, but the issue is there's going to be a bit of a pipeline, right? So quite a few of the big ADHD assessment clinics, they sort of have been slowly stopping taking on new requests over time. I think Psychiatry UK started bottlenecking last year, so there it is. I mean, the whole thing is a bit of a shit show. In fact, in Gloucester, they reckon they need 89 years to clear the waiting list. Hence the name of my YouTube video, the title of my YouTube video. That's where it came from. It's not really clickbait. It's a postcode lottery. It depends where you live. And when that kid turns 18, he's going to go to the bottom of the waiting list for adults. This is also a really good point because absolutely, yeah. When when the kid turns 18, they will drop off. In fact, here's another one for you. There's a reasonable risk as well that past the 1st of April, so from the 2nd of April onwards, assuming it's not on the weekend. Sorry, I just need to check this. Yeah, from Wednesday the 2nd of April onwards. No, that's March. Sorry, Mike. From Friday the 2nd of April onwards, it's also quite possible that waitlists will be cut. In other words, if you're on the waitlist, you'll just get kicked off it. There's a reasonable risk of that happening in some places. Not everywhere, but there's a reasonable risk. If clinics know that they have, for example, 1,000 NHS patients on the waitlist, which is not unusual actually, then and they know they're only going to get paid for 40 of them, where do you think the others are going to go? The other 1,960 patients are going to go. But there are sort of obviously therapies, there are coping strategies, there's a lot you can do. Obviously sleep, hydrate, all of the stuff. Come rescue him, Africa, sent to RFK's Wellness Farm. Yeah, America is interesting right now. America is very interesting. Natalie, not so easy in Germany either. And if you get one, there's no one to diagnose you unless you pay, so you don't need to refer after all. Indeed. Indeed. Actually, yes. Yeah. I mean, that's not, 8 years isn't the target. You know, a year from now, it might be 9 years. That's basically the issue, right? Wait, 38 years for diagnosis. Indeed. Things there are families, right? So probably one of the biggest issue here, other than things like supports for education work and so on, is families exist. Families exist. And I mean, with ADHD, almost like a generational challenge, extra challenges. Don't forget to breathe. Yeah, indeed. TJ, an executive order from the American administration today declared autism a clear and present danger to national security and safety of all Americans. Holy shit, am I on a no-fly list? What the fuck is this, TJ? Hang on. I'm reading. I know. This is how prepared I am. Okay, I can't find a link. I can't verify it, but yeah, I mean, it's quite probable. I mean, RFK has said some batshit things. Trump has said some batshit things as well about autism. I have videos on the subject. If anyone wants to watch them, you're perfectly welcome to. I think the video I made about Trump, RFK Jr. in Wakefield lost me a load of subscribers. It's well worth a watch. Hello, Gemma. How is it going? How's it going over there? Path his RC referral and request a couple of weeks ago before we heard about the change, hoping for the best. Yeah, good luck. You should be able to choose where it goes, by the way, that referral. Martin Powell will have AI doctors, they tell you. Well, to be fair, right? I'm not really shitting on GPs. My neighbour is one. I know many of them. I've worked with many of them. I mean, like, okay. But GPs have a lot of hard work to do, to be fair. And it's a really hard job and it's massively underpaid. No one would want to be a GP. But it's not like the Victorian era where you have your house doctor that comes and visits and knows everything, prescribes leeches and does that. You know what I mean? Pillar of the community type of thing. That's not really the case so much anymore. And medical imaging has come along a long way, and and tests and so on. You know, a lot of the stuff's kind of already very techy. Wouldn't surprise me if AI is used quite strongly in imaging. I know AI medical imaging is a bit of a hot, nascent thing right now. Erica, hi all. We waited over 2 years in the US for my son's autism diagnosis. I believe in self-diagnosis. Well, yeah, indeed. Actually, if anyone wants to have a chat about Self-identification. Happy to talk about it. Happy to talk about it. Oh no, I believe it, TJ. I'm just like, you know, I'm just thinking about it from a from a content perspective. Oh yeah. Oh God. Okay. Well, we'll take a little look. Anyone who's new, by the way, this isn't how streams usually go. No. I think it's worth a little squidge here. Here you go. No? Sorry, you're having to stare at my face for a minute. Like, it's not really... Great. So... I don't know what this... I don't know this website. I don't know. Okay. It's called disabilityscoop.com. Trump issued an executive order late last week calling for the creation of a Make America Healthy Again commission, which the White House says will be tasked with investigating and addressing the root causes of America's escalating health crisis. Addressing autism and other health burdens. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I have seen this actually. Here you go. It's right at the top actually. I feel like, what timeline are we living in? What is this? Cancer, autism. Autism spectrum disorders had the highest prevalence in high-income countries, including the United States. I wonder why that is. Here we go. Oh, shit! Okay, sorry, it is Dotty throwing stones around. There's some rocks on top of my aquarium holding the lid on, and Dotty's decided to just push one off the side. Maybe jump. Wowzers. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, I shouldn't be reading this, should I? Right now. Sorry if this is utterly boring for everyone. Sorry, I'm just having a read. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this is like utterly boring. Come onto YouTube and watch a man read an executive order quietly in his own head. Sorry. She's on top of the fish tank. We built about a year ago to the day, actually, I think it was. All right, I think this is pretty frightening, if I'm honest with you. I'm not trying to like I'm aware of, you know, obviously trying to spread like panic, everyone look at the sky, it's falling down, but like it's pretty bad. America is a very unhealthy nation, to be fair. I don't think that's controversial to say. But listing autism in here, you're like, right, they're near the top. I mean, this is very much an RFK Jr. kind of thing, and RFK is absolutely full of shit. I will just hide that because it's quite depressing now. All right, yeah, dire threat. Yeah, dire threat. Yeah, it poses a dire threat to the American people and our way of life. 77% of young adults don't qualify for military based on their health scores. Well, I mean, what can I? Average, too much news for me. Going back to purring cat videos, we can't do themselves. Absolutely. Do consider if you're in the UK, potentially filling in that letter to your MP. It's well worth doing. And I've crammed a lot into the first few minutes of this stream. But it's an issue. In fact, we can go grab that document if you want, and you can search through it, and you won't find any mention of ADHD anywhere, even though it clearly is targeted on page 106. It's too many people going for ADHD, according to government. Too many people going for ADHD assessments. How do we reduce the wait list? Reduce the number of people that can access the wait list, right? That's one way to do it. Reduce the number of people joining the queue. That seems to be the UK's way of approaching this. That's the terrifying thing. Ellen, I did that letter this morning. Amazing. You should have given a content warning. I did. Please read out loud, Autistic AF. Well, indeed. I mean, look, the trouble is, I can read really, really quickly. But reading out loud is obviously is very slow. And if I were to read a whole executive order out loud, I don't know. It would slow me down. I was just trying to scan it with my fast reading to try and find the relevant parts to read. I think it's pretty horrific, if I'm honest. Gemma's Journey Grace. In my part of the UK is more like a 4 to 5 year wait for an autism or ADHD assessment. The other thing I thought was quite interesting is ADHD UK asked all of the various I'm afraid the term has left my brain, but it's like the little healthcare units that trusts are broken up into. ADHD UK asked them all what the waiting list data for the waiting list data, and a huge number of them didn't respond. So we don't even know how many people are on the waiting list in total. But yeah, 4 to 5 years seems a little on the high side, but it's definitely more than a year. I mean, like if you were to join the waiting list at any point, most people have been waiting for longer than a year. Oh, Elon. Okay, yeah. I mean, ugh. I think the only interesting thing that came out of the Elon Nazi salute thing, it's not going to go away, is it, this story? But like, I think the biggest thing that came out of it was probably how certain media outlets, that were very much like, fuck all those autistic people previously, are now like, don't worry about Elon. That was just an autistic stim. And I'm like, whoa. I mean, a major cope from certain British writer wing news outlets. I won't say tabloids, but you know, there's places like I don't want to say their names, but you can Google it. Time to write in my journal? No, time to put Do Not Disturb mode on. It's time to take a 2-minute break, and we'll pivot when we come back to stream with something a bit nicer. But yeah, I mean, the only interesting thing for me out of that whole Elon debacle was just how certain news scrabbles to defend him based on autism, whereas not before. They're almost like, oh my God, he's autistic, so therefore you can't help it. You can't help it. You know, which is just, I mean, it's not funny. I mean, if this were like a different universe, multiverse, whatever, and we're looking in on it and going, that's in, you know, that's kind of fucked up. And anyway, hydrate time, pee time, I don't know, treat yourself, have a poo. We'll go to 2-minute ad break. See you in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Two minutes. 2 minutes!
Appalachian sunrise meets my Appalachian sunrise. Even with my eyes still closed, can feel it coming. Even with my eyes still closed, and feel it coming. I'll follow only golden, golden, golden. I'll follow only golden, golden things, golden, golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, golden things, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Okay, got it. Wow, this software is something else. Okay, cool. That looks good. You need to fix echo. Yeah, I sorry. That's my fault. It's because I buggered off and I forgot to drop this little thing here. This little slider. The echo is my fault. I'm really sorry, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the vibe, though. It's like your ears are drunk. I hope everybody's washed your hands. Give me a moment. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Just... That's better. That's better. Right. This is better. I've shared the ADHD UK stuff with my staff in university. Amazing. I should probably also make a community post. I can't promise to do it because anything I say during streams, I might not remember to do it afterwards. This is only the thing. So, you know, I should probably post a link as well. Do feel free to share it. Now is the right time to do it. You're just under 6 weeks away from the consultation closing. And as we all know, government consultations are written from the basis of the preordained requirement. The consultations are done to support a conclusion, a foregone conclusion. There shouldn't be a sound delay anymore, Tracy. I don't know if you need to refresh yourself. By refresh yourself, I mean refresh your browser or YouTube app or TV. Do you know what? I think the community post should go out today. To be honest, this is something that's going to affect a great deal of people. It is also going to affect autism as well. We are also talking about millions of people in the UK. Like this is actually, do you know what I'm trying to say? I mean, I'm not trying to be all fatalistic about it, but you know, it is quite serious. The other thing is the benefit of a medicated ADHD or a supported ADHD versus a non-supported ADHD, and you know. I don't know, if we're going to look at it in terms of like citizen productivity, would you prefer them to be posting videos that are flipped and upside down, or like, come on now, help them. If you're going to be so hard-nosed about it, that's how I think government should look. You know, if they're going to be like that, then I don't know. The problem is there's no sort of cost center for, I don't know, it's almost irrational, right? Like the second you start looking at things in terms of bean counting. Bean counting and fucking bureaucracy has killed the fucking society, I swear. We're watching a dub stream with Mike filling in for Mike. Are you serious? Oh, is it me? Okay, 1 second. Just like 1 second. I'll fix it. All right, I'll fix it.
Hydra, baby.
1 sec.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Tis the season to be jolly. Season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la.
Right. So it should be better now, yeah? Are we good? Are we clear? Playing that video gave me the opportunity to restart things in the background. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So hopefully you're still receiving that while other things are changing. I'm really sorry. Look, I wouldn't normally use this software. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Shrik. Thank you, Tracy K. Thank you, Yannicka. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, everybody. Brilliant. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Little Cogs. Thank you, Archduke. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, people not a big fan. Thank you, Chloe. Ray, thank you very much. That makes sense now. Right, okay. It's just this software. Basically, streaming through a web browser is not great. Why did I choose to do it? I can't remember, but there was a reason. Sorry. Right, where were we? Is this just for ADHD assessments or is it autism assessments too? It is just for ADHD assessments, but it will undoubtedly affect autism assessments too. Part of the, oh, hang on. Clicky. Part of the, part of this issue, if you like, is a big GP union, so a union for general practitioners, primary care physicians, who don't want to do autism assessment referrals. They can't do the assessments themselves. I don't know why, but they can't. I mean, they're quite long, right? So that's why they can't do it, because of 8 minutes per visit or something. Anyway, they're not going to do autism referrals, autism assessment referrals. They're not going to do ADHD referrals. This is for children or adults. It doesn't matter. They just do not want to do it. Yeah, when I say normally, most of the time I stream, I'm using OBS. My stream deck is over there underneath the kitten. This is Restream I'm using today. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. Thanks for reminding me. I'm just trying the stream out on TikTok. That's why I'm streaming here. I'm testing the TikTok integration. ADHD assessment is much easier to access than my area. I did mine together. Neuropsych assessment. It was private. Yeah, my autism assessment was private, and I didn't pay the extra for ADHD. Ashley, how does one get a referral? Currently, what you have to do is you have to either use the cool web app that some trusts have, or you phone at 8 o'clock in the morning with everyone else, because that's just the best way to get an appointment. Apparently, it's just nuts, but that's how it works, or how it has worked. Then you ask for a referral. They ask you, why do you think you need it? You argue your case. Then what they do is they have basically a small checklist. In the UK, best practice is to use the AQ10 by Simon Baron Cohen et al. From like a couple of decades ago-ish. This is unedited. My YouTube videos are researched and thought through and edited, right? It's a couple of decades ago-ish, we'll have to do. But the AQ10, it's just 10 questions, right? And that indicates whether or not you get the referral or not. That's basically some best practice. Of course, you will get GPs that go, you have a job, you're successful, you have a house, you have a family, what's your problem? What do you expect to get from it? Which is actually a good question. That last one is a good question. It's challenging, but it's a good question. You make eye contact, you blah, 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 blah. You know, you've got children, well, you know, how do they think autism spreads? Etc. You know, but like the right thing to do would be to ask the person who comes in, hi, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Why do you think you need this? Why are you asking it for me? Right, that's one thing. The other option you can do is go private. They'll ask you the same questions, but you'll have a slightly shorter waiting list. If you have the funds available to do it, of course, right? It's not cheap. My hack, if you will, if you would, this is again a very privileged thing to do. But if you can get on multiple wait lists, you can always get on 2 or 3 wait lists and cancel the others. It's zero net effect, but you might find it, you have a slightly faster, depends how quickly you need the damn thing, if you do need it. So some workplaces, for example, I mean, in tech anyway, if you need accommodations and you can sort of self-identify what those accommodations are, whether it's remote work, noise cancelling headphones, meeting stuff in writing, agendas before meetings, you should always be asking for that anyway, to be honest. But these sorts of things, then you can usually get them from most large, sort of tech anyway, by being on a wait list. They sort of treat you as though you're autistic or I presume ADHD. With autism, I know. In lieu of an assessment result. Does that sort of make sense? Tanwen, yeah, I will reprise it if you don't mind. I'll do it in a short while. Right, let's talk about this. This is true. So Jenny Kay says the problem with going private is that the diagnosis may not be accepted by your GP, local mental health board or employer. This is true. Which is why if you go private, and of course we're talking about two things here. Right? Predominantly we're talking about ADHD, but usually on this channel we talk about autism, right? So for example, in the UK, medical, psychologists, psychiatrists, they were registered with not always, should be registered with the General Medical Council, the GMC. They should also have an HPC number. HCPC? Fuck me, my brain is gone. A HPC, a healthcare registration. It's like registrations and inspections, registration, right? They should have that thing as well. If you go to a psychiatrist that doesn't have those things, plus insurance to practice in the area that you're in, for example, if you're using telemedicine, then that bit becomes a bit more complicated. HCPC, thank you, Chloe. Then you are going to, you potentially might run into issues. So if we park autism for a second and just talk about ADHD, ADHD is super interesting because this is really interesting. Are you ready? I'd love everyone to know this, right? This isn't like Mike the Guru. This is just Mike the Guide, okay? I can just tell you how it is, right? Mike the Guide. Because with a private ADHD assessment, either it's accepted by your GP. More often than not, it's not accepted by your GP. So where does the medication come from? Where do you get your prescriptions from? Your private healthcare provider can still prescribe to you, even if it's not accepted by your GP. So you can literally not have ADHD on your records, but still have ADHD on a private record with medication, with supports, with therapies, with whatever it is. It's really batshit. It's fragmented as all fuck. You have ADHD or you don't have ADHD. From my interesting position, in fact, and actually off YouTube, I know quite a few people with private diagnoses that their GP doesn't accept. Haplib, why is it not accepted by GP? Is diagnosed by fake therapists? Well, this is my point. No, we're going with proper diagnoses, clinic appointments, blah 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 blah. The main issue with that, though, if I could just come to it, and then we just got to conclude the circle of thought, which is if you then have a private diagnosis with medication, that medication prescription privately in the UK is going to cost you a fuckload of money. Whereas if it gets accepted by your GP, it'll be covered under the NHS, blah, 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 and you'll end up with an NHS prescription for your medication. We're talking about the difference between like £6 or £7 or £300. Does that all make sense? So this is just like UK audience here. That's where it is. So yeah, you can go for a private ADHD assessment, but a private one is like not worth as much as a NHS one that you have to wait 5, 6, 7 years for, even if the appointment is just some sort of clearinghouse type of treadmill type of screening that you get. You can pay and multidisciplinary team it if you want to, and then end up in a situation where you then have to pay privately for your medication as if you were an uninsured American, effectively. And then we get onto things like medication shortages as well, driven for a number of reasons, but in part by the larger number of people that need it. Hi Chinooka, I haven't even got to the Isle of Man yet. Hi Chinooka, I haven't got to the Isle of Man yet. Let me tell you about the Isle of Man very briefly. No one else on this call will be interested except for maybe Wendy. Which is that over here, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, because we've basically run out of money, the reciprocal link with the UK NHS has been cut. So no longer can we get cared for in the UK. The hospitals won't get paid. so things are kind of fucked up right now. But eventually gone from potato chopping to crochet and multitask activity during streams. Ah, lovely. I did get your message, by the way. I don't think I'm ignoring you. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Jenny K, some GPs say if you paid for it, the company will give you the diagnosis you want. I think there is, I don't know, right? So we're not going to do a some GP. Well, I'm not going to do what GPs do and say stupid shit like you make eye contact, you can't be autistic. There is, I can see how there could possibly be a slight bias. But why would the private psychologist, psychiatrist be doing anything other than the standard assessment vis-a-vis NHS? You could argue somebody waiting for 5, 6, 7 years for a damn diagnosis might be more inclined to get one purely as a result of wanting it more because they've waited longer. You could argue that too, right? You could say that. I don't think it's a fair thing to say. Not you guys, just GPs. I've heard it too. ADHD is getting a lot of attention right now in the UK. Phoenix, it's awful. Mike, health should be for everyone everywhere, be for everybody everywhere. Yeah, there should be a basic level of healthcare, right? For everyone everywhere. Like it shouldn't be that difficult, really. My God. This is not difficult, damn it. This is not difficult. What the hell is going on? Geo Dragon, welcome. How are you doing? You okay? I think part of the claim, right? Let me mention. And part of the claim comes from this general culture of, fake disorder cringe on Reddit, right? It's that culture writ large, and it's like work shy shysters, blah 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 blah. And I think vis-a-vis ADHD, I mean, making sure you're well hydrated, you've got you have good food, good nutrition. The more fast food, random crap that you eat from a plastic bag, the worse. The less sleep you get, the worse. ADHD symptoms are definitely on the increase, so to speak. There are reasons for it, and people should be looked after and cared for and supported. As for GPs not accepting diagnoses, yeah, that's a really interesting angle, yeah. And that sort of mostly comes from a sort of superiority. As in, we didn't get it from me, so it's not true. That's the issue. So, I mean, there you go. So, fast forward to me, if I dare say. So I don't have an ADHD diagnosis. I don't. ADHD never factored in any of my healthcare. A lot of people think I'm very ADHD. And I'm in a slightly weird position because this is, look, don't blame me, look, don't judge, okay? Don't judge me. But I've started to plan to contact some ADHD clinics, some service providers, because I think it might be interesting. I don't know now with all of this weird drama going on in the UK. But I think it'd be quite interesting to do an ADHD assessment and maybe even film it, right? Like, I don't know, like could it be interesting? I think it could be useful. I think it could be useful for people. I do. I just genuinely think it could be useful. Jansen, how are you doing? Sorry about the workplace drama there. It feels like society is too much of pull yourself up by your own bootstraps attitudes and just a general expectation that we should all just be white knuckling it through life. I think the bootstraps thing is a funny one because have you ever tried to pull yourself up with your own shoelaces? Like the force is just, I did really badly in physics at school, but the force is, it's like one of those things with the magnet on the front of the vehicle trying to pull it along. Do you know what I mean? Like free energy. Yeah. You can't pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. God damn it. In fact, even rich, wealthy business people, they benefit from things like public infrastructure, public education. I'm just saying, like even for their workforce, right? Yeah, but there is that attitude. Yeah, and it's a shame, but that is the way the attitude is. It is very much like I'm okay, so screw you. Jenny K, if you get it by right to choose, NHS is the client, but if you go privately, you are the company's clients. Some people feel like they'll give you what you want. Yeah, it's true. I mean, some people feel that way, and they can evidence that if they like. It should be a very, very simple 1-2 evidence, shouldn't it? It really should be very, very easy to evidence. And there probably is a bias. Almost certain, because there's biases everywhere. I mean, so what to do about it then? Let's just say worst case scenario, people pay for diagnosis, ADHD, and they get meds that they don't need. Could be bad, I guess, for them. It could be, you know. I mean, put it this way: a lot of people go to the NHS and end up with a borderline borderline personality disorder or sort of bipolar diagnosis when they're actually autistic. Is that valid because it was paid for by the taxpayer? I don't know. God damn it, I'm supposed to have black and white thinking. I'm supposed to be black and white. Flap, flap, flap. You guys can't even see what's going on here underneath the desk. It's nothing rude. It's just, there's an awful lot of white sock. Oh, it's not that white on the bottom. Sorry. I mean, you know, look, the floors are reasonably clean. So yeah, I mean, it could be any of it. If you're PDA and you know it, don't flap your hands. So yeah, there is that. Hello, Laura Havoc. How are you doing? Sometimes, well, if there is a bipolar disorder. Oh, interesting kettle of fish. Yeah, to give credit where it's due, my white knuckling comments version of Taylor Thompson joke. I think I know the joke. She's got some good jokes, Taylor Thompson. She sort of reminds me of maybe a neurotypical Fern Brady. I don't know if that's a fair comparison to make. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I got a sister. Yeah, like I'm not even joking, by the way, about the floor cleaner. Like that thing, Bumblebee, it's called. It runs all the time. Like I'm not even joking. Like I don't even think the battery ever hits 100%. It is always on the go. And honestly, when they break, Jenny K, Mike, you're ADHD. Are you trying to say I'm an ADHD, Jenny K? Is that what you're trying to say? Would my GP accept your diagnosis? It's not there to black or white, it sees rainbows. Maybe. I mean, yeah. Oh, by the way, everyone that won prizes last week, I haven't sent them out yet. They're still on my desk. This is how I know I have to send things out. Because rather than just like procrastinate and put them in a box or a shelf or whatever, they have been on my desk for a week, a whole 7 days, and I haven't been to the post office yet, but I will go to the post office. I will. Yeah, I think I'm making it up. By the way, really cool, right? Nice enamel badges. Scratching post. Very cool. What's ADHD? I think ADHD is like, oh shit, I need to prepare for a live stream, because believe it or not, preparation is required. And it's 7:28 and a half, and I'm over here playing my Taylor Swift. There is merch. It's on my YouTube channel, but you can't get the badges on merch. The badges are not merch. They're exclusive to my patrons. We've had stuff waiting to be sent out since November. From me! Layla, from me, seriously, because I have been to the post office and sent stuff. Oh, the stickers on merch. The stickers on the merch store. Having to send out stuff on desk is you reckon? It's been here a week. I can't show you my notes, unfortunately, but like, I haven't written down to post stuff. Acrylic is what I meant to say. I said it wrong. Yeah, you're right, Yannicka. I said it wrong. Sorry. My poor brain. Layla P, what were you expecting? But it maybe didn't arrive. I have posted to you. I definitely have. Put the shiny hydrate stickers on your merch. I need to. Do you want to put that as a suggestion in the suggestions box on Discord, Scott? Because then I will look through that and then I will do it. I can't, because the shiny hydrate stickers were made separately. I suppose I could sort of like sell them through Patreon, but I could just imagine like 200 people buying them and it'd be like, shit. I've got to go to the... Now I've got to go to the... TJ's got a hollow sticker on his thing. Oh, Amelia, enjoy the latest video. Listen, guys. I don't... That last video took me 30 plus hours to make. And yeah, like, what the fuck? I mean... What pisses me off is that you know, anti-vaxxers will make stupid memes and stick them on Facebook, and it takes them like 2 seconds to do that, and then it's just so fucking annoying. It really is. The hollow stickers are amazing. I actually don't know where they are. They're in the house, right? Okay, so let me level with you all. So the room above me now. It's not very tidy. It's unusably messy. And I do have a book, How to Keep House While Drowning. And I'm thinking I could possibly like match them both up and actually clean the room and turn it into the Tea and Tales Book Club episode. A Tanwen, how many subscribers did I lose? What, on yesterday's video? A few. I had some pretty horrible messages from people. It was a bit of a shame. The first time round, it was really bad. I will. I'll lay it out to you, right? In terms of because I am friends with quite a lot of other content creators. Okay, and I don't want to name names and stuff because I don't want to cast shade. I really don't, because I respect everyone. They're all great, mostly. but like, I guess I don't know. I mean, I need my YouTube channel now to live. I'm slowly closing off my business and software stuff and moving to do this. The problem then is the obvious one, which is, oh shit, I shouldn't make videos that piss people off. I shouldn't make videos that upset people. And I'm not trying to upset anyone. But when I say a naturopath or a chiropractor is not a real doctor, people get angry with me. Very, very angry. I've got some really interesting emails and DMs and YouTube comments. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm doing my best to stop it from going up, Yannicka. Every time I live stream, people leave. So, and I'm not trying to be rude. I promise you, I'm not trying to be rude. Look, I used to be in a really horrible cult. Okay, from when I was put some ages on it. 13 to just before my son was born, so 2006, although it was kind of tailing off after 2002. So like nearly 10 years, I'd say. I was pretty active in a pretty horrible cult. And I mean, like, in a sense, in putting live streams and touch subjects, yeah, there probably is. That's probably the right thing to do. But then again, some of those, difficult content pieces would go up on that channel, and then I'd end up with 2 like mediocre channels, rather than one reasonably okay one. The horrible cult. Please don't tell me you're in a Tory party. Okay, 2 horrible cults, Jan Johnson. I did join the. I briefly, very briefly. Okay, it was a phase. It was a phase. It was a phase. Okay. No. The 2 thing is because Jansen just called me out for being a Tory party member, which I only very briefly. Tory party membership was a very brief, stupid thing. Yeah. The cult thing is a story for another thing. I've told it in pieces on other live streams, but yeah, no. Yeah, like it was something else. Jansen, I wasn't drunk, but it was college. Yeah, yeah, it was college. So no. What I'm trying to say, don't blame me, everybody. It was a very short little phase. My phase is listening to Slipknot. Mike's phase is meanwhile. Did you not inhale? I can tell the stories. Let's leave it at. If any of you have ever done a evangelical alpha course, I was one of the creators of the youth alpha course. Let's leave it there, shall we? Let's say conservatism was a very short. I was a libertarian for about 2 months. Yeah, I wasn't anything. I'm just saying it seemed like a sensible thing to do. Ray Peterson, I was first able to vote like conservative rule-based parties too, but I got better. Exactly. So what I was, Rona, what are these phases you had, Mike? I'm glad to see you agree to it. I think thanks very much. That's kind of you. Is MGS for Metal Gear Solid, by the way? That is a very good thing. I'm trying so hard to make go to Youth Alpha. Fortunately, I refused. Yeah, I used to. Oh God. When Nina and I met, this is a story I've not told anyone, so this seems like a small enough group to tell. How about nobody comments for a moment? I'm just ready to make it go quiet. Everyone's stopped now. That's really funny. No. When Nina and I met, right, I told her a really funny story about playing at Wembley. Okay. Not what you think. Not what she thinks. And it was because I did. This is true, actually. I did. I got to play keyboards at Wembley Stadium, UK. But it was only in a sound check, and it was for a Christian evangelical festival. So she asked. Yeah. If you're in the Discord, Nina's super busy at the minute. She's not even home. She's working crazy hours at the moment because they're super short staffed. There's loads of sickness and. Yeah, but if you tag Nina and then ask her the Wembley story, she'll be like, "Oh shit, you told them." Yeah, there you go. So yeah, anyway, that was just a funny one, fun little aside. Quick 2-minute break and then cup of tea and then live stream's not over, by the way, but quick cup of tea. I mean, I've got half a cup of tea here, but it's cold. And where we're going, we don't need we need cups of tea. Jonathan, oh God, what, 10 years now? Break time to analyze what you told us. Yeah, exactly. Just tell the internet. You don't know who's watching. They're batshit stories, honestly. You accumulate batshit stories. I think I don't know. Maybe I think regarding my life, if it's talking about me and being a little bit at the risk of sounding a little bit narcissistic, but I think I've been really lucky in terms of just following my interests. I've had a bit of a batshit career in a way. Do you know what I mean? You know, like one day I'm working at Microsoft as one of their devs, and then the next day I'm cleaning out catteries. Like literally, some days it was both. You know, I literally just followed my own interests, I suppose. And you guys are seeing it in action with YouTube. Like this is just a thing that I became very obsessed with, I think. Does that make sense? Like, where did the renewable energy shit come from? I don't know. I ended up, interviewing once. Oh God, I've got a really autistic clip. You know, I think I might put it on Patreon. I'm interviewing CEOs of car companies. Don't ask. But there was this one clip where this guy's telling me about how cool his new electric car is. And I just turned around and said, it's just a car. Because he's like, oh, it looks really cool. And I'm like, it's just a car. Holy shit. Remind me to put the It's Just a Car episode up on Patreon. I don't want to embarrass the companies. That's why I wouldn't want to put it on YouTube. 2-minute break. I forgot about it, Yannicka. I forgot about it. That's basically what happened. DJ Dusbo, thanks for subbing. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Right, I can fix the sound, okay? Fixed. See? See? I can do it if I want to. Just have to remember what to do.
Meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Here's the thing, the kettle is still boiling. So we've got a dilemma here. We have a problem. We have a problem. So the kettle is still boiling. The kettle's still boiling. Everyone leaves when we do 2-minute breaks. I don't know why. It's just 2 minutes. Have a break. Don't doom scroll. Just break. David Pizarro, you've just reminded me. Some of you don't know this, but when I got married, the marriage lasted 13 years, by the way, David. It lasted 13 years. When David Pizarro effectively organized. How did that happen? No, I'm just thinking about like the times, because doesn't like in my brain there's like a little block between GCSEs and uni. Did anyone? Because it was 2002. I just remember we all ended up crashing after a pub crawl, and we watched Gattaca, didn't we? Was it Gattaca? Was it Gattaca we watched? Fuck me, I feel old. Has anyone seen Gattaca? Oh my God, that was so funny. Right, I need to make a cup of tea. I need to finish making my cup of tea. David, you and I need to have a catch up. We need to do a Zoom or something. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Is this still working? Yeah, exactly. Oh, David's not here. He's actually gone to make tea. Wow, that's interesting. So before he gets back, thank you everyone for the F there, guys. Yeah, before we get back, no, the interesting thing is David organised a stag do. We did a little pub crawl in town, and just a small group of friends, and we ended up crashing at his and watching Gattaca. It's just like, what the hell? How does that happen? There's a giant ad above the chat? Oh, that must just be a weird Google, YouTube thing. That's not me, I don't think. I just advertise Patreon. That's all I advertise. Just because it helps. Mike likes it when we give an F. Exactly, Dookie. Yes. Give an F. Right, what I'm going to do is leave you with... I mean, there's Hydra over there. There's Anna over there. There's Anna over there. There's... Princess Polly. Princess Polly of Fluffy Butt Castle. Tosca. Tosca the cat. Hydra! Look! Hydra! Hydra, say hi. It's Hydra, everyone! Over here, look. Hydra! Psst, psst, psst. She's not interested. And this is Anna. This is Anna Ferret. Lovely Anna Ferret. Look how lovely. Come back. Come back. She's so small. This one is the little one. Look. Look how little she is. Okay. I'm going to leave the camera on and go get my tea. Does that sound like a deal? I need a cup of tea. The kettle is slow. I don't know what to tell you. The kettle is slow. Tell you what, I'll deploy some cat treats and go get my tea. Music by Anna Barrett. Anna, you take you take the chat while I make a cup of tea. I'll have to clean that later. Cats the musical. Saber. Anyway, as we were saying, okay. You can take all of that off the chair. How's it going, everyone? I do play the piano? Yes, I do. I was I was playing some new. Okay, let me tell you how this works. We are talking about ADHD. I'm just going to quickly say something here. I'm supposed to be preparing for the stream that starts at 7:30 p.m. my time. Different time wherever you guys are. Well, I wasn't preparing for the stream. I was playing some new Taylor Swift music until about 7:28.5 p.m. And then I was like, oh shit, I've got to start the stream. I've got to start the stream because I've got to start the stream because sorry, I'm a bit loud. I've got to start the stream because that counts as preparing. Hydra UK, exactly, because secret Swiftie maybe later. According to Spotify, I'm in the top 2%. Nina's a little bit spooked by the we're never ever getting back together song. Yeah, sure. So what did I do to get ready today? I pulled up my my jumper sleeves. It is if you don't tell anyone about it, Ashley. So I got myself some new music, which is probably burning into my iPad, actually. OLED screens are not very good at just leaving something on there. May I present to you Enchanted by Taylor Swift. I mean, a lot of her music's quite good to work to, actually, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Okay. Just leave it there, shall we? Mike, we have to talk about secrets and how they work. I've signed the Official Secrets Act. I can do secrets. I can't. Oh, Claire's joining Thomas Henley. I'm glad. I'm glad she's good. I'm glad she's well. Actually, I don't know that. I just inferred it from being on a live stream. But like, I hope things are going well. I like Claire. I've got a lot of time for Claire. She's ace. Last time I was at a gym was with Thomas as well. So, I mean, I don't know about that. I returned. I got a phone call to a Kitty concert. Amazing. Yeah, Claire from Witcher Theory, yeah. Will we get a recital at some point? David, do you remember GCSE music? Do you remember GCSE music? The Sultans of Swing or some shit like that. Right, while David's here, I'll have to say something. First of all, apologies. And yeah, we need to find out what the hell's going on. Right, David, have you seen the Hydra? Have you seen Hydra Rising by Autistic AF? Have you seen it? Sorry, everybody, for mentioning this, but like it's quite strange, really, when like a random school friend arrives on your live stream. It's an interesting one. Tosca. Tosca is playing the ominous tones at the bottom. And Saber is playing the high notes at the end. David Pizarro has not heard Hydra Rising. Is everyone good if I show an old school friend who I haven't spoken to for like, I don't know, 25 billion years, something cool? Can everyone entertain me for a moment? Can everyone just like...
In the darkest night she takes flight, a fluffy force, a beacon of light, with a man of fury and a heart so pure. Hydra the cat, ready to endure. Oh yeah, she brushed the land with eyes of gold. Hydra the cat, ready to endure. Oh, yeah. She brushed the land with eyes of gold. A guardian she's. Hydra reminds us all to hydrate on the door. Hydra the kid with the fiery roar. She's here to rock our souls to the core. To the core. In our pulse we find that connection so free. Hydra the cat, reminding us to be rockin' free.
So, just literally welcome, David. You can be an honorary autistic cat. Fancy that. I guess you can say I went to school with that guy, which is a weird thing. But yeah, I'd love to catch up with you at some point. So I don't know. It's a bit weird when you first post to YouTube. Nobody sees anything. Nobody watches. And the most amazing thing is, because that's a really good thing, because when I look back at my older content, I still stand by it, but it's really cringy when I look at my older content. It is really cringy, but you kind of have to do the cringe. And it's really unfortunate that my first ever video is my most popular one.
With a mighty tail she sweeps the night. Crosses from legs, a regal side. To the core. With a pulse we find the connection so free. Hydra the cat, reminding us to be. With a mighty tail she sweeps the night. Crosses from legs, a regal side. On the screen she's fierce and bright. Hydra the cat, a guiding light. Hydra with the cat, don't you forget. Stay refreshed reminding us to be rocking free. Hydra the cat, reminding us to be rocking free. Under the moon, her kingdom shines bright.
Right, one sec. Okay, so back in July, Hydra had some babies. Completely, none of this was expected. Blah 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 blah. In fact, I used to volunteer. So I'm doing a reunion here, a one-sided reunion. We do need to have a chat. I got a couple of cats in 2003/4 because it was about Christmas, New Year. I picked them up in the New Year of 2004. 2 cats, and they kind of started a bit of an adventure. I ended up volunteering for Cats Protection and becoming a director of a local SPCA. I was a trustee director for a while, and ended up with, like, let me do this so you can see. This is Saber. He has 3 legs. Okay, so this is kind of like a little intro for for some of the people that have been around that long, but also my old school friend who's in the chat. We did okay. Let's say, but he's gone. Yeah, completely out of the blue. It was not planned. Not blah blah blah. There was a choice. Okay, the choice was to have her spayed once we knew she had the kittens, and I just couldn't. I'm sorry. And I thought she'd have like 3 kittens. She ended up with 8. Okay, she had 8 kittens. 2 of them went to friends from the channel in England, and 2 of them went to friends from the channel, which are made from the channel on the island. Yeah, it's like a Cliff Notes version. Yeah. So basically, she was left indoors, but what happened is she got out of this room here by Maisie opening the window. Maisie's broken the window. The window has still not been fixed. It's like the window it's secure, but the bottom bit, like if you open the window, it's like you have to like fiddle with it to like close. Yeah, this is law basically. Holy shit, TJ! Waiting for a bus to go by. Beep in minus 11.6 Celsius. Amazing. Yeah, well, it's the dog really that broke the window. She got out, but she was too small to neuter safely anyway. And by the time she was big enough, it's like she had kittens, and I don't know, I just couldn't. And vets will, by the way, especially for feral cats, which she's not, but vets will quite happily neuter cats without when they're pregnant. It feels weird to me. So yeah, and we thought she'd only have like a couple. I mean, a first litter should only be like a couple of cats. So, but it wasn't.
She's a powerful sight. Every warriors, an army of night. Hydra lead them through the darkest night. In a rain of fury, a beacon of light. Her heart so pure, a guardian in flight. From dusk till dawn, they chase and play.
So yeah, as Yannick has just said, the birth announcement of the kittens literally happened on this live stream on my birthday with that song, or at least the third part of that song. The song's in 3 parts, and the first part was originally AI. We were playing around with AI on the live stream, and I hired some musicians, and we made it into a song. And we also did the third part. So yeah, the third part of that song was the birth announcement of the kittens. Which was kind of fun. These were amazing moments. Honestly, they were kind of cool. Wow, yeah. There's so much to catch up on in terms of channel lore. I don't know how we do this for new people, like channel lore update streams or something. I don't know. There's Sabes. We're going to do a quick little raffle. Who would like Sabes today? We need to. I know it's the arse end. It's not my intention. You know what? He needs a couple of googly eyes. just on his back. He looked like an elephant. Yeah, it was something else. It was something else. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Sorry, it was really, really good fun. That stream was something else. So, yeah, my mind has gone blank. I'm really sorry. Yeah, let's do a quick reprise. I just wanted to. This stream isn't kind of typical, really. We do have typical streams, right? We do. Saber and Dotty, please. Right. So basically, here's the gist. Let me get rid of that, and that. You can't see what I'm saying, but it was the Trump tabs. Right, so what I need you to be aware of, okay, is this. If you have, oh my God, it's Emma. Emma, you good girl? You actually have a biscuit in your fur, which is... Say hi. No? No, say hi. You say hi. Say hello. Okay, she's not saying hello today. Yeah, it's essentially the issue is, and I reprise. Sorry, my brain is broken. I'll just reprise, which is this. Yeah, okay. So I'm a YouTuber and I'm not able to diagnose ADHD. But if you do need an ADHD diagnosis, or an assessment, should I say, for an adult or a child, it might soon be very, very difficult. You know, we already know there's big waiting lists, so what, Mike? This is getting boring now. And it's so difficult to get referral. Yeah, I know, right? But the issue actually is healthcare policy in the UK is changing. And what they're going to do is they're going to put in some new restrictions. Hang on, what's going on my PC? Here we go. Yeah, they're going to put in some new restrictions on these local NHS areas, the local care boards. They are going to be given the ability to restrict your access to use right to choose options. This is true for everything, but it's absolutely the case for ADHD assessments and obviously autism assessments. It's the same pathway. We already have long wait times and they may well want to restrict it. And the changes are going to be quick. Basically, they're going to happen basically now in under 6 weeks. My brain is broken again. The net effect is it's going to get a hell of a lot harder to access healthcare services for ADHD, if at all. The other problem is if you are on a waiting list, there is a risk that you may end up being off that waiting list. Offed? There is a list that you may be kicked off the waiting list in order to get under the magical 25 to 40 patient number. Basically, they're going to have a 100K budget. And that has to go around thousands of people, and it just won't. ADHD assessments and initial, it's called titration, the initial assessments and the first annual review. I think the whole package is like $2,500 to $4,000, and it costs a lot of money. And I think getting an assessment on the NHS is going to be next to impossible for a short while. So The thing to do is write to your MP using the form on the website. Just Google it, ADHD UK. There's a link in the description below. You can go there and you can click the link. It'll auto help you fill in a thing and go for it. Fill it in. And I would like to say, hey, I have done, but I haven't. But that's because I don't live in England or the UK. If so I don't have an MP. So that's a bit of a bugger. But there we go. Please do fill it in. It won't take you very long. It gives you a draft pro forma, or you basically just need to put your name in it and click send if you want to. I left this on to hear about ADHD while driving and ended up hearing Hydra song 3 times. I assume you're already diagnosed with ADHD, Mike. No, I'm not. I didn't pay for the ADHD assessment, and I regret doing so now. I've had a multidisciplinary team assess me for autism. The results are pretty clear, to be fair. But for ADHD, I didn't. Autism is definitely my main characterization, I should say, my main feature. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm ADHD. I think I don't think that's really up for grabs. I am very fortunate in that I can more or less focus on things that I'm interested in, and things that I'm interested in are things that you're interested in being on this channel, right? Like, so you get to see me being productive. You don't necessarily get to see me struggling with anything. Unless I choose to show it. So that's the issue here. Main character Mike Saga is autism in a way. Yeah, basically. Autism with a side of DHD. But my plan for this year is to pursue an assessment, but I'm not even sure I'd be able to get it done. I suspect this is difficult for me to say because it sounds really wanky. You're going to have to excuse me for this, but I think it could be useful content. And I'm not saying I'd do it for content. Blah, 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 he's only doing that for this. I get it. But like, I can do both, can't I? I could potentially do an assessment and sort of documentary it. I mean, I could do. The problem is people are not, I don't think a psychologist or psychiatrist would be willing to expose their practice in that way. So I'm working on it. Remember, according to TikTok, if you're diagnosed ASD, you have to keep seeking opinions until a doctor tells you you're not ASD. Indeed. This is true with fake disorder cringe as well. We have a shortage of ADHD medication in the US. Yeah, it's a worldwide shortage. Yeah, thank you, Ashley. I hope so. I think if I were, this is a hypothesis, okay? I think if I had access to ADHD stimulant medication, I think I would probably get out 5 videos a week, and my wardrobe would be clean and organized, and the house would be immaculate, and everything would be up to date. I wouldn't be behind on. I don't know. I was just saying. I think I would turn into super autism man. I'm just saying. Full disclosure, but it's definitely an issue. By the way, Mike, the National Council on Severe Autism told me I'm diagnosed not autism. Look, the whole profound autism thing is rearing its head everywhere right now. I mean, the Sergey, one of the 2 founders of Google, original founders of Google, is putting his money behind, profound autism research. And, I don't know. I think they're off to a bad start if they're going to start there. Because it's not autism that's profound, it's intellectual disability. If that confused you, I have a video on the subject on IQ and autism. Just search my channel for it. Your brain would burn out if you did that. Yeah, possibly. For science, though. It's also true, Pardlo. And there's also assessments and balancing to be done as well. But the fact of the matter is I don't know. I believe I'm ADHD, but I haven't been formally diagnosed with ADHD. Having said that, every single person in my life for the past, 15 years has thought I was ADHD, and they've suggested it before. We're talking about the weather or something, and then they've dropped out the ADHD comments. I've heard it a lot from people. A shitload. I can barely move for people telling me I'm ADHD. And I think a lot of that is because people misunderstand autism or neurodiversity in general. I think that's possibly an angle. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know. If I could wave my magic broken pen, it would be environment is everything. And if your environment is right, you can fucking thrive. And this is partly why I had a problem with Dr. K Healthy Gamer GG. Because rather than looking at everything through a deficit lens, it's like fish out of water, or cat on a bicycle. It's just like, it's not apples and oranges, but it's like, you're not doing the right thing forward. Like, for example, wind turbines spin one direction. They don't spin the other direction very well. The blades, like the airplane wings, if you put them on back to front, the airplane is not gonna work. The aerofoil ain't gonna work, right? That's kind of what I'm trying to say. It's like when you start looking at autistic features, autistic characteristics, not symptoms, but they are kind of like optimized for different environments to how society is, or how life is, how home can be, how relationships can be, for God's sake, or how work can be, work environments. And, classic computing autism is great from the point of view of being in an environment where a lot of people are very similarly minded. But, if you had the how many bones in a pony autism, you might end up having some difficulties. Jonathan Ross. Autistic. Would you say your ADHD is external or internal? As in combined type, or you're not talking about the types, right? Oh shit. That's super kind. Thank you, Eagle Rider. The reason why I didn't announce is because I'm not running OBS. Eagle Rider said, to the community that's made me feel valuable and cherished. And I'm trying to get my window back. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. Here we go. Where is it? There it is. So community made me feel valuable and cherished. Might keep it up and give them kiddies a treat. I certainly will. Thank you very much. I think we could possibly even do. We might be able to do like a little mini Catmageddon with that. If you're up for it, we could possibly do that in maybe 5-10 minutes. 10-15 minutes probably. 10-15 minutes. We'll go out on a Catmageddon. Thanks to Eagle Rider. Let's do that. Thank you. My most recent assessment made me discover I have some strange conflicts in everything I had. I wouldn't be amazed to learn I'm ADHD. True. We already had sort of a cat. We had this sort of a Catmageddon, but that wasn't with treats though. That was just with standard food. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, look, I guess if you weren't, I keep having to explain myself with regard to self-identification so much. I definitely want to make a video about it so that I can just wing URLs to people and ask them questions about it. And I know I've done videos about self-identification, but I've not done a high signal, low noise one, which is just the reasons, just, reasons 1 to 50 kind of thing. 50 reasons you're, oh no, God, stop. The truth about self-identification that doctors don't want you to know. Too long. 50 characters or less. The truth about autism and ADHD will shock you. And before you take the piss, you all bloody well clicked on a 10 reasons you're not autistic, didn't you? Did you? Stop it. Don't do that. Scott, yeah, I don't know if anyone here does. I don't know if anyone here does a caffeine slingshot. I started doing it at college, where I'd end up basically taking lots of caffeine, basically really hot coffee, something that's warm and comforting, right? Go to sleep for 20 minutes, set an alarm, and then wake up in 20 minutes. By that point, the thing comes up. I watched it. No. I like the list, says Michael B. The listicles. Sorry, listicles. Please no clickbaity titles. Yeah, oh gosh, you know, to be fair, I mean, if you just ran the video and I can't really say it on YouTube, can I? But like, basically watch it to the end, click like and leave a comment. Listicle idea, 10 things the National Council on Severe Autism don't want you to know. Holy shit, actually. Holy bloody god. Jansen, that's actually really good. I've already had a run-in with them, which you know about. I just, I don't know. I'd also quite like a little verdict on everyone, if that's okay. If I could just crowdsource the brains. Yeah, this isn't a spectator sport. If you came to this channel thinking you're just going to sit there and be lazy and be fucking entertained, well, you're wrong, because I need some... I need you to get your brain active. Because, at this point, if RFK commented on one of my videos, I wouldn't be surprised. Why is it that my YouTube channel gets fucking... Megas talks about Autism Speaks. Loads. Why doesn't Eileen Lamb go... What is it with people? Well, my point is, what I'm trying to say to you is, why do you think that my channel attracts the... Why is it me? Why not the other creators? Why is it me? Why are they leaving? Why do I attract them? Why am I attractive to the blue puzzle person? I'm not the only one, Michael B. Oh, I'm sorry. I was playing with you. Oh, hello, everyone. This is Tosca. And I was just fiddling with a pen. And I beeped Tosca on the nose with it. I'm sorry. Here, you can have the pen. It's yours now. Send me to cat jail. Meg got a mention on Fake Disorder Cringe, which got deleted. Come on. Meg should have... There should be way more. What's going on? Is he a worthy opponent, maybe? I did actually I did actually go to Fake Disorder Cringe and I searched it for Meg and I'm autistic now, what and whatnot. There's nothing. It's all gone. I haven't actually seen Meg's video in full, but I know that there's a bit on there from Fake Disorder Cringe. And it ain't there now. I need a new pen. Oscar's got it. She did a video on it as well done. Yeah, Meg's videos are always well done. I'm not having a puffing, by the way. I'm Autistic Now What is the channel name. Do feel free to head over on there and subscribe. She's got some good content. She's got lots of good content. Being mentioned by the scumbags of Fake Disorder Cringe is not an accolade. No, indeed. But like... Ardalo. You said she was prettier than me. What's going on? I mean, she's a younger model for sure, but I'm the classic. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the cassette tape version, and she's the iPod version. Both good. Yeah. Later for years deleted. Must be. Please feel free to try and find it. I really did try and find it. Less threatening, maybe. I don't know. Do the others not get the same stuff you do? No. It depends. I think it depends partly what videos you'll make. You know, so a lot of bogus autism therapies are enjoyed by the autistic people in the autistic community, and I'm not trying to take that away from them. I'm just saying no evidence that they work. I mean, look, placebo works. Look, holy shit. I mean, you know, like paracetamol is very cheap. It's generic. You can spend like 20 cents on paracetamol. And you can buy expensive ibuprofen like Nurofen. If you buy Nurofen, you know, for period pain, it actually works better for period pain. Did you know that? Because it says so on the box. But it's true, it does. Studies have shown Nurofen for period pain works better for period pain, and Nurofen for migraines works better for migraines. It's the same shit. It's like blue pills for sleeping tablets and red pills. All of this bollocks. You know, blue pills for erections and that sort of stuff. Whatever, I don't know. My point is it's just like the color of the medication and what it says, the placebo effect actually works. Holy shit. So then you get people saying, well, I went to my chiropractor and they cricked my neck and the autism vanished. And, you know, I get a lot of comments, and believe you me, quite a lot of them are really nasty. And I try not to delete comments because I don't mind the debate. I encourage it. I don't mind people sort of arguing about me. That's fine. That's totally fine. Plus, if I can farm those contents for a little bit of AdSense revenue, I can farm them. That's not the point. The point is there's a lot of people that are like, my child is now autistic. They've had the vaccinations like that. There's so much of that. And it's like, the child was crying after their vaccinations. I get it. Yeah, it's painful. Like, come on. Although then I'll be perfectly clear, bud. Like, I think I am pretty. I'm joking. I'm just messing. I don't have earrings, but I do have ears. Oh, try fun earrings like Meg. I've got cat ears have gone down very, very well. You're a classic autism man. There's a 1-by-1 correlation between creators, the bad guys attack, and creators who tell you to go have a poo. No, I was just suggesting, while you're at it, like have a 2-minute break, but while you're there, treat yourself. That's what I was saying. Is it not logical? Is not the autism correct? Hi, Chinooka's husband says the cat ears suit me well. Well, the cat ears are here. They're not far. Like this. Ready? I just have to vanish, right? I have to vanish. Slide this way like this. Then sort of slide back again with this. Do a live piercing. Oh, I had a horrible dream about that once. I had a horrible dream. Because I don't want an ear piercing. But I had a ear piercing. Why? I don't know why. I have no idea. Meg does have amazing earrings. I actually legit think she's got a amazing earring collection. Those ears are epic. Why are you doing this to my channel? Wholesome autism content for the win. Yeah. I don't think many other creators say fuck either. I think that's also true. I thought it was really funny in my last video that Elliot would be like, a certain medical procedure. Just come out with it, man, and say vaccines. Just say vaccinations. Don't have to rub out the word. He didn't actually rub out the word very well, by the way. If you inspect the details and zoom in and pixel peep of the screen, the video capture that I showed, he hadn't actually rubbed the word out properly. You know, he's trying to like get past the YouTube AI. Like, fuck that. Just take the demonetization like a man. Just do it. Meg swears, I'm pretty sure. I've never heard Meg swear. I don't think Meg could swear. I have not heard Thomas swear. I've heard Quinn swear, but that's only in person, you know what I mean? Like, we're just hanging out. I've never heard Claire swear. Like, Claire don't swear. I've never heard Jen swear. I don't. I think. Okay, look, I don't know how to explain this to you guys. Like, my channel is for adults, but like, I don't. I'm not gratuitously swearing on purpose. Does that make sense? I bet Jen swears in private. I don't think she does. I don't know, like... Oh, sorry. I do allow certain notifications through. And one of you just sent me a notification, but it wasn't about swearing, so I'm not... Just leave it. I'll read it later. Jen says, sorry, plant. She might not... Okay. Like YouTube AdSense, like it's not like always necessarily good for advertisers, but they don't mind a little bit, and not in the first 15 seconds. Do I think you swear, Jansen? Yeah, I think you do. I think you've got a fucking filthy mouth. I'm sorry, everybody. With my golden things in the background and... I'm sorry, I just do. Oh wow, we've actually got some spam here. Let me just block list. I don't know if I beat oh, it's via Twitch. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, Twitch is rubbish. What can I say? Yeah, I do swear a lot, mainly because I encounter so many idiots in my job. Yeah, I do as well. And I think like, I don't know, like, I don't know, sometimes Nina will be like, you know, like if only they could hear you now. And it's like, okay, well, I do try. And I suppose I do police my language quite a bit on YouTube. But then again, you kind of have to, because YouTube community platform guidelines are enforced very bizarrely. YouTube is like having a boss that is capricious bot. So... And then I found the kids get older, I swear more now. When the kids were small, we didn't swear. Exactly. And to be fair, I did remember saying to Helen, I said, if your kids are watching the stream, I'll try not, you know. I said, I might swear, okay. What did I say, Helen? It's something I might swear like occasionally, like, you know. And you said, it's nothing that they haven't heard before or something. And I thought, is that a challenge? I didn't say it, but... Yeah, I'm not trying to be sort of inappropriate, but I did make a channel aimed at adults. So, and I don't think I insult people too much, but you know, it's very difficult because yeah, it's a weird one. How do I explain it? A lot of doing YouTube is bullshit, and I think maybe that's why you might find slightly older creators maybe a bit less kind of playing the game. If I were playing the game, I wouldn't do any live streams because live streams don't work for growing the channel. again. And also I probably wouldn't, if I were playing the game, I wouldn't criticize. I'm trying not to be political because autism is not a political thing. It's not a leftist thing. It's not like, oh my God. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be a Republican and be autistic. Like, it makes it, it's like having brown eyes. It's not, I'm trying to fix this diamond painting. It's not like a political thing, but it is politicized, and I'm trying to be accessible to all sides in that respect, right? In the respect of content, I feel like I make good content, and I'm proud of it, except for the cringy stuff. But then again, well, and I'd like people on the right to see it as well. But it really isn't political. In fact, autism is incredibly heterogeneous, as in very different. Like snowflakes, everyone being slightly different. Like the diagnostic criteria is accessible to all. You can go read it, go look, go figure it out. I've got videos on the subject if you're interested in self-understanding, I suppose. Probably a good way to put it without sounding wanky. I didn't say that much until I got older. I get the wrong idea. It's not often. Yeah, exactly, Kayla. Jeannie, as soon as I realised I was autistic, I went hard left communist. All right, hang on. Okay, we should be going after parties, but we'll quick say, because we do need to. I think we need to talk about it. I think I did move a little bit more to the left. Not much, right? But I think slightly more. And I think that probably came from understanding of intersectionalities that I had no exposure to previously. So, for example, with the trans community, I know a lot of trans people got very upset with me on my earlier live streams. It did happen. Not my intention to upset anyone, but I think I used some wrong pronoun or something like that, and some people got upset. And it's not my misunderstanding. And at first, like, the instinct is, fuck you guys with your different way of life. Your different, I don't mean to say different way of life. I'm not minimizing. I'm just trying to say, you can go, it's very easy. It's like one step of your frontal lobe to go, okay, people are upset. They're annoyed. Maybe I've done something. Maybe fuck those people. Fuck you all, right? And that's what I think a lot of right-wingers online do. A lot of Republicans do that. They don't bother to learn. They don't bother to think. They want to ask people about their struggles. And it does change you a little bit, especially like researching autism and the intersection of the trans community and the queer community is fucking fascinating. Like, no one understands why, by the way, there's a higher prevalence of autism. But there is than the general population. Interesting conversation to have. I agree with you, Eagle. Yeah, I think that's true. For balance, Eagle Rider said, I'll be honest, as someone in centricity disregard for anyone on the other side at the time on both sides. Yeah, true. I agree with you. Although, to be fair, I've not yet been attacked for being right-wing. Yeah, that hasn't happened to me. But I've been attacked for being left-wing a lot. And I don't talk about politics on my channel particularly. I think the next 4 years is going to be a challenge, though, as my skin drips off. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's easy to say, right, fuck those people. My husband moved way left when he realized he had a disabled wife. Funny how that works. Yeah, that's sort of what I mean. Mike, read my 2 comments, please. I think I'll make you laugh. What 2 comments? Let me scroll and see if I can match you thingies. See you next Tuesday. Yes. I've seen that one. I can't see another comment. I mean, I've said cunt on the live stream too before. I don't think you guys can say it. I don't know if YouTube will cut you off for that. Indy's judged less, so we're open to more potential partners. Yeah, I think that's true. I think, yeah, me too, Eagle, for not being attacked for not being whatever. But But like, I think the thing, like from my perspective, just as autism content creator, I think I get perceived as being far left. I don't know if that's true or not. You guys will have to tell me. I don't know. Like, what sort of signals am I giving off here? I don't know. But I don't get people saying you're blah blah blah. Oh my god, you have a Patreon. You must be like the next Elon Musk or something. I don't get that. We should have to take up banana juice instead. These paper chips, yeah. I think it's an interesting conversation to have. Because up until the Healthy Gamer GG tantrums, meltdowns are not tantrums, debacle, there was no political content on my channel. And I had never, do you know what? I hadn't even thought about it. It hadn't crossed my mind that people would go, oh, you're autistic? Oh, you must be like super liberal, whatever, blah, 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 super left wing. I mean, liberal to you guys in the US means something different in the UK. We have Liberal Democrats Party who were in a coalition with the right wing party, like decade plus ago, whatever. Like liberal means different things, right? But I'm taking it in the US sense. If anyone's ever confused about my poor Britishness, I do have Yorkshire tea here. But I try and Americanize some of my speech. For example, I will do a live translate to dollars where I can. Everyone can translate from dollars. Not many people know about pounds, though. Stuff like that. I'll never do Fahrenheit though. You can keep your Fahrenheit freedom units. It doesn't make any bloody sense. Metric all the way, except for miles and distance. But other than that one. Open-mindedness and nice to many is left. True. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's the hippie connotation. People are so polarized now. If it's interest like me, that means you're a lefty. It's ridiculous. Yeah, true. Don't let us corrupt the polarity of the metric system. Maybe it's the cat ears. I need some new cat ears. I need to find some. I had a little look on Amazon. Yeah, shudder. But like I did have a look on Amazon, and I didn't find like tasteful cat ears, like proper ones, you know, like Sabres or Dotties or Lucy's or Bruce's. Bruce's ears are kind of fucked up. He's got a hole in one of his ear. A friend of mine, who bought me the octopus painting up there, the octopus picture, calls him Pirate Cat. Just like, how's Pirate Cat? Yeah, because he's got a little hole in his ear. You can put like a little ring in his ear as Pirate Cat. And the Conservative folks, none of them support this modern right crap. Eagle Rider, interesting, yeah. There's a UK journalist, very long time, called Andrew Marr. Andrew, it's Marr, right? You know who I'm talking about. Big bald guy, Andrew Marr. I'm pretty sure it's not Andrew Marr. I'm saying it wrong. Oh my goodness, no. Mike, edit out, delete that bit. Editing Mike, take that bit out. No, Andrew O'Neill. It's Andrew O'Neill. Hang on a second. What was, no, it's not Andrew O'Neill. Oh. Who's the right-wing bloody Times editor guy? Or a Telegraph editor? What's his name in chat? Neil, yeah, but what's his name? It's Andrew. Why do what's wrong with my brain? I'm getting some comedian here. Oh, that's not him. Okay. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is there's a super famous political commentator in the UK who was editor of a right-wing newspaper. It's Andrew Neil, right? It's just Andrew Neil. Is it? Yes, it's Andrew. Right, okay, here we are. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, watch this. Look at this. Right, this guy. Hang on. Sorry, I've got so many buttons to click. Right, this guy here, right? Right, look at me. This one, right? This guy. What's so funny, and the reason I'm bringing him up, Okay, he ran for GB News, by the way, the new right-wing show, and resigned from it after 3 months because it was batshit. And Andrew, right. Okay, so he's a journalist, a right-wing journalist. Okay, he's pretty much the pinnacle in the UK of right-wing journalism. Jansen says, "Oh, he's a proper gammon." Yeah. Wait. Right? What's really fucking funny? And when you say, "What?" Right? There's something wrong in my brain right now. I'm really sorry, but I've used up all of my think cells. What's the name of that Jewish right-wing guy from the Daily Wire? He has a wine company. He says facts don't care about your feelings. What's his fucking name? What's his name? Who's the facts don't care about your feelings guy? Do you know what I'm talking about? With the eyebrows. Daily Wire. Ben Shapiro, thank you, yeah. This is so funny. I don't think I can play it. It's so funny, right? It's so funny. It's fucking hilarious. Ben Shapiro goes on Andrew Neil's show. Okay, wait. Ben Shapiro goes on Andrew Neil's show. Okay. And he basically attacks him. That interview is gold to such. Yeah. You have to see this interview. If you're British, you'll love this more if you're British or if you understand who Andrew Neil is. Andrew Neil is de facto right wing, old conservative. He's big. He's been big on TV throughout my childhood. People from the UK know who Andrew Neil is. Ben Shapiro went on his show and just attacks him for being a woke lefty. All this stuff. It's the funniest. It's one of the funniest political interviews I've ever seen. As it's just an example of what Jansen said, which is, Andrew Neil almost does a "Do you know who I am?" as Ben Shapiro is accusing him of being a lefty, wokey, blah 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 blah. It's hilarious. And the interview is funny. Maybe we'll play it in the after party and then play some games. But I've seen it as an American, it's hilarious. Yeah. This interview is really funny. I would highly encourage you all to watch it. Not because of you're not going to get stressed by it. Yeah, this will give you spoons. That's how good the interview is. It will give you spoons. If you just look up Andrew Neil, Ben Shapiro, whatever, you'll find it. Because Ben Shapiro's on there, he's been asked questions by the right-wing journalist. He's been asked critical questions, like why do you think that sort of thing, right? And Ben Shapiro just can't answer the questions. All he can do is attack him, and he's like, "You're a lefty, wokey, woke, whatever, blah blah blah." It's the funniest thing. It's so funny, right? I think I've talked about it long enough now, but basically, you should definitely watch it. It's hilarious because Andrew Neil is just chuckling and goes, basically, you don't know who I am. Andrew Neil never ever says, "I am a super famous right-wing journalist." He never ever said, he doesn't have to. He just sort of goes, it's just really funny. It's just really funny. Oh no, not that one anymore. Let's take it off. It's just Andrew Neil is dignified. He's very dignified and it's one of the funniest political things I think I've seen. Ashley, yeah, right wing attacking right wing. Yes, yeah. But it's really funny because obviously Ben Shapiro is new media. He's very much new social media, blah blah. And Andrew Neil is old school. And was it the Times or the Telegraph? He was the editor of for such a long time. Yeah, he's a right wing journalist. Yeah, but Yannicka, no, it's not meant to be funny. But Andrew Neil has more integrity, basically, in a nutshell. And then you end up with a very, very funny, hilarious interview. Very funny. The Times, thank you, Cathal, yeah. The Times is a Tory rag. The Times are the ones... No, it was the Telegraph that went first with the dodgy twin study. The Times is like the grown-up version of the Telegraph, which is basically like a wannabe sort of middle class version of the Daily Mail, who supported supported lightly, but you know, who they've supported Hitler during World War II. I'm just, yeah. So like the Telegraph is bought by people that want to be like, I'm not a Daily Mail reader. No, I read the Telegraph. It's the same shit with the same journalists, the same stories, the same. Autism can be reversed. Autism people are just making it up for attention. My titles and thumbnails are broadly for attention. I'll give them that. But like, I don't do live streams for attention. These lose me subs. Times and Telegraph both right wing, yeah. Yeah. But the Telegraph is the Tory graph, but the Telegraph and the Daily Mail share journalists. So the batshit science correspondent who actually wrote the one of the first write-ups of the autism, the twin study autism reversal, you know, where they ended up with was it surrogacy or adoption? Surrogacy, wasn't it? They got a couple. I was going to call them rich couple, but I don't know. But they paid for these two kids and seemed to be unhappy with what they got. These two girls, and then they subjected them to fucking intensive, their words not mine, in ABA. I think it's 40 hours a week or something, for ages. And then they also did the whole detoxing. They did 5G assessments of the house, and then they put in things to remove the 5G. They took samples from the girls and ran them through some cuckoo clock type batshit laboratories. All of that was written up in the Telegraph. But also, the same science correspondent is science correspondent for the Daily Mail as well. So yeah, they share the same stuff. They share the same shit. I'm only autistic for clout. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Scott, oh yeah, we all love being perceived. Exactly. That's like I promote myself and making videos appeal to people. How you go write it? Yeah, I mean, it sort of depends, right? Like, depends what you want. Do you want people to see your videos or do you not? Like when I first started making videos on YouTube, my first 2-3 videos were not really. My actual first couple of videos on my channel my channel name was Autistic After 40, which I thought was a fair one, reasonably balanced and not dramatic. And I made a couple of like, I went for an autism assessment and this is what it means, blah, 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 blah. This is what I think, blah, blah, blah. A little bit about monotropism. And I shared that with some friends. I shared it with a couple of members of family. I played it for Nina. I said, I've got something to show you. And I played her a video on TV. And it was just like a video diary, like Captain Kirk talking into his computer, Captain's log, Stardate 123, I now have autism. It was one of those type of things. And I thought, actually, maybe I'll just make a video about monotropism, which is basically how I feel, and then stick it out there and see what happens. The monotropism video didn't take off for months. Like nobody really watched it. And then it did explode. It did go boom and got a lot of views, but only after like months and months. Like a random day, it just took off. But basically, I didn't really want that many people to see my videos. All right, they tell me I should donate my genital material so I can't have any kids. I definitely wouldn't want an autistic child to end up in the hands of someone like that. Yeah. Then again, there is a lot of messaging about autistic people shouldn't have children as well. There's a lot of that shit online too. You'll all have to forgive me. I didn't do the YouTube thing and make content about Valentine's. I probably should have done, to be honest. It's quite stressful, to be honest. And I have quite a stressful life at the minute. At the moment, life is not fun. But I hope I don't know if things are all going to get better by the end of 2025. But yeah, right now, life is not fun. It is quite difficult. I'll be perfectly frank. It wasn't the case when I started my channel. It was like last year was better. Right? 2023 was fine. I mean, short of like coming out of an existential crisis, 2023 was okay. 2024 was all right. 2024 was exciting. I'm really, 2025. Yeah, there's a lot of shit in my life at the minute. So I am very, very stressed and struggling with a lot of things. Yannick, take care. Take care. Feel free to join us in the after party if you want, but if not, no worries. Broccoli is amazing. We're gonna do Valentine's in the house after they together. Yeah, well, I mean, I got Nina some sweets. This sounds strange, right? But Meg recommended some South African vegan jelly tots that South Africans go crazy for. And there's a local, there's a big South African population on the Isle of Man, so we have a lot of South African stuff here. We've got their what do they call it, biltong kind of like stuff. All of that comes over to the Isle of Man, and including their sweets, which are vegan. So I bought some of their sweets and some vegan chocolate and stuff like that, and I just left it for Nina on Valentine's Day. But normally we don't do that with each other. I appreciate that, Soup. No. I'm definitely not trying to milk for attention or anything. I'm not saying anyone's accusing me of that. I'm just saying I'm conscious of that. I'm not doing that. This is not like modern begging. I'm just trying to tell you, like, fuck me, things are difficult at the minute. And yeah, just telling you, yeah, it's just difficult. One of those things is obviously caring for my parents, who are both struggling at the moment. And with my mother, it's been nuts. My mum went into hospital at the beginning of the year for an X-ray on her hip. She had a fall. Older person fall, it happens. My mum's pretty fit though, and there was nothing wrong with her except for some bruising. The X-ray came back clear, thank God. But while she was in hospital, they broke her, and she's still there and has been there for a long time now. She's been there for many weeks. And there's been malpractice, there's been horrible stuff going on. Holy shit. The ward that she was on has just won a fucking award as well, an internal one. Parents should be able to, I agree with you, but also this is medical malpractice, unfortunately. And just like the costs of care as a result of that. Like my mum could have come out of hospital, like, well, now she needs, like, now my mum's got extreme high care needs. Before she went in, she had she was high needs, but she was being met. And now it's like, as a family, we would struggle to cope. And it's like, what the fuck? And now we're in this really difficult position. All of us have change and difficulties. It's really difficult. My dad's birthday is this week, and I want to take them both out for a meal, right? That's what we do. It's an Asian culture thing. We're going to eat some Asian food, but it's like, fuck, how do I get my mother out of the hospital to go to a restaurant? Like, I should be able to do it. Can I? So I'm arguing with social workers and shit. So there's that, right? So I've got that going on, and then I've obviously got like work stuff going on, and then the scary kind of like change of like closing down my software stuff in order to do YouTube stuff, because I'm full-time job doing software engineering, and YouTube is variable, but that last video was 30 hours. And it does help, by the way. Like, when you are stuck in a so-called special interest, I don't want to say I'm passionate about fucking autism research, because I'm not. I'm passionate about Harriet Windybank's in a castle. Don't say which one it is. I mean, you can on Discord if you want, but just short reminder, this is YouTube. But yay, amazing. Holy crap, yay. I would love to stay in a castle. I mean, I practically do. I mean, the house is like 600 years old or something, but like, got some stones. Harriet, I'm with you in... Harriet, I'm with you. Stop it, Eagle Rider. Thank you so much. That's super kind. No, don't. You need that $5 yourself, please. I will go and get a coffee tomorrow. And if I remember, I'll take a picture of it and pop it in Discord. Thank you so much. That is, just you being here means a lot to me. Thank you so much. That is super generous. Thank you. Toffel, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm basically debriefing right now. We've gone through content earlier on in the stream. We've had some funny time, and I was just sort of giving you just a brief. You know, this is live. I'm not just a two-dimensional kind of. I said to Quinn. I actually texted Quinn and said, Quinn, he was supposed to meet me in a hotel lobby, and I couldn't find him. To be fair, it was quiet, right? But I was like walking around, and I'm like, I think you've got the wrong hotel. I actually like accused him of like the wrong place. I'm like, I think you're in the wrong place. I think you're in the wrong place. And the first thing I said to Quinn, I actually have a film of it, by the way. Me meeting Quinn for the first time. I actually have that on camera. I had a GoPro on my backpack. And I said to him, oh my God, it's you in 3D. Can't believe I've seen you in 3D. And he was like, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm two-dimensional on device. There's a webcam here and I'm two-dimensional on it, right? So, but yeah, it's lots of shit going on. And then we've had 2 ill cats as well. So it's been a shit couple of months, no question. I did watch Meg's video. I haven't watched her last few, to be fair. But I did watch her last one, where she basically said, I can't carry on like this. And it's like, holy shit. I hard related to Meg's last video. And I understand where she's at. This is not my plan, by the way. I am still making a video every week. But like, I relate, I understand where I was going with it. But yeah, life is a pain in the ass sometimes. So yeah, there is that. Oh, I've got ultra Moomin hugs. But Vinci, if it wasn't for Toffel, I wouldn't be bloody. I watched a fucking half-an-hour documentary on the Moomins. I think it was a few weeks ago. But I'm like, I need to get up to speed on this Moomin stuff. In fact, Toffel's Moomins. I don't know who it was, but somebody, one of the autistic cats, or one or more of the autistic cats, has been posting Toffel Moomins in Meg's Discord. Just saying, Toffel, your Moomin is infecting everywhere. It is traveling everywhere. Toffel's Moomin. Everybody knows about Toffel's Moomin. And I'm watching this bloody documentary about Moomins and the history of Moomins. What I'm trying to say is that Moomins have just like invaded. Moomins are just invading everywhere. No, I know you didn't. I'm just telling you now. Isabella, I think edited content, it tells a slightly different story of what things really are. How do I explain? So you've seen my videos on YouTube, I hope. I'm not a video editor, and so, well, I mean, I've made I think I've done 83 long form videos now, plus obviously shorts and lives. And this is the backdrop that you see on my videos, and now you're seeing it through a webcam. And you'll have to agree that this doesn't look very good. This looks shit in comparison to my normal camera, right? And my normal light, which is up there, big light on the ceiling, and so on. And this is live, and I can't edit what I'm saying. When I've said it, you guys hear it. We're on ultra low latency. There's no way for me to intercept stuff that goes wrong, which is scary, but I've done a shitload of them now, and I'm a lot more comfortable with it. But you'll see the difference. And this is obviously, I mean, it is real life. I mean, it is actually real life. Oh my God, I don't know what to tell you. If I accidentally say a rude word, it's out there. It's happened. Oh, no. I'm not saying the room is bad. I'm just trying to say this is not the same as one of my videos. If you put them up side by side, you'll see it looks different, right? Okay. And also in edited videos, plush cat stairs. Right. Dougie was asking me if the plush cat was evil. Dougie said, where'd you get your evil plushie cat from? Look, let's be honest. This is awesome, isn't it? It's awesome. So, not really sure what to say, but like, welcome to the Plush Cat channel. So, you know, this is the long way. Thank you very much, niece. I hope you're doing well. I hope your Ko-fi experiments are working out for you. So yeah, I mean, the long and short of it is, this is kind of, I'm not trying to whinge. I'm just, we've done the ADHD bit. We've done the other stuff in the middle. None of this is planned, by the way. Like I say, I was playing Taylor Swift up until a minute before I had to start. Yeah, it just is. It's just real life. So yeah, you know. And then changing my work to do more of this. I'm doing that in earnest, by the way. I'm hoping that by the time 2025 is over, I will have more or less completely migrated to YouTube. That's not to say I'm not doing YouTube full time, because I'm doing YouTube like 4/5 time, right? Eek. Something's got to give. And I, you know, don't want that to be YouTube. So I'm trying to this, but in the middle of the time when things aren't quite balanced. I mean, holy shit. If I were working on YouTube like 40, 50 hours a week, I could have a couple of days off to like close my eyes and just stare into the distance or something. And then also make good videos and maybe get another video out every week. Like, do you know what I mean? But I'm doing my software engineering and this and all the other stuff. So so right now I'm kind of cracking a tiny bit, but only because, yeah. So if I can free up software engineering, if I can reduce it, which I can this week, putting in full-time effort. Yeah, it's been full-time effort for a while. It's been full-time effort since, it's been 2 Christmases of full-time effort. Ish. But then to be fair, it does kind of make sense. Sometimes it's like an easier video. Like the meme stuff, the fun stuff, is really easy to film and edit and stuff. And there's no preparation for that. It's easy. And Miss Pat, I did yesterday sleep. And yeah, I'd be delighted to not make a burnout video or whatever. Like that is like my key, right? That's normal. In fact, learning that I'm autistic and not just weird somehow has been incredibly helpful, because it's allowed me to take autistic coping strategies written up on the internet and in books and stuff, and then I'm able to just adopt them for myself without going, look, none of you would go and say, I have insert highly stigmatized mental health condition here. Oh, look, that thing works for them. Let me try it. It might work for me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But like, it's like, oh shit, if I'm autistic, then what do other autistic people do? Fucking hell, this is so helpful. This is so helpful. Yeah. Dana is doing Burnout series. I like Dana. We haven't been in touch much. I would like to talk to Dana. A bit more than we have, which is very little. It would be good. Different people, different experiences. It's all about fucking environment. I don't like, oh my God, if I had a prayer, it would be for the right environment for everybody. Because when I'm able to achieve, and what you guys see is me doing YouTube stuff, and hopefully you think I'm doing it well or whatever. And And that's what I'm super into, and that's not unusual for an autistic person to be super into something and then do that one thing, right? And Nicholas S., you certainly did. The cats have played the piano as well. I relate to that so much. A diagnosis is very difficult to attain, but just the knowledge alone, even without papers, helped me so significantly. Right? Just knowing that you're... Just knowing... How do I explain? The other devil on your shoulder is the imposter syndrome. And, you know, I feel that quite hard a lot of the time. I sometimes try to go to sleep and then I hear my fucking brain go, Mike, what if you're lying to all of these people? Some of them are even paying you. What the fuck? What if you're lying to them? How dare you put a channel up called Autistic AF? Are you fucking kidding me? And this sort of negative self-talk, you know, the way I normally deal with it, for example, you know, oh, I'm a shit programmer. Okay, fine. Well, I can deal with that because what I'm going to do is this. Let's see if I'm a shit programmer in a week. Let's see what I can do. And then you can kind of like challenge yourself a little bit and then go, fuck you, imposter syndrome. But boy, oh boy. Menopause appears to still, I'm a decent sized chunk of my executive function. Mike, if we can diagnose your ADHD, you couldn't get non-autism past us. All right, let me tell you another thing. Can I? Can I tell you another thing? Can I tell you something that is equal parts horrifying, and equal parts validating? Can I tell you? Can I tell you something really fucking horrifying? Really fucking horrifying? And also really, really validating? Are you ready to hear it? Are you ready to hear it? Are you ready to hear it? It is fucking batshit, and no one really knows. Okay. Bear in mind that when trolls get really, really nasty on my channel, they make comments about my clothes, they make comments about my appearance, they make comments about my ears, they make comments about my race, they make comments about my background, as in like maybe something in my story. They make comments about my YouTube videos, they make really nasty comments, they make comments about my family, they make comments about this, they make comments about that, but not one fucker makes comments about me about my autism. And it's quite peaceful, really. And I heard that punchline because it is genuinely quite amusing to me. You know, the most anticipated thing is you're not autistic, blah 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 blah. And I'm sure someone will eventually write that, and they, you know, maybe even now I've said it out loud. You know, maybe they might even write it and spoil them the months of this never happening. But it's fucking hilarious. Even the trolls think you are really autistic is a bridge too far. Yeah. What? Like. It just really amuses me to get the validation of the trolls. I'm just like, you're nothing like my nephew. Exactly. I hope that gives you all some encouragement and some comfort. Yeah. I think that is also true, Eagle Rider. That's definitely a factor. Men do not get the you aren't autistic as much as women do. True. That is true. Having said that, I have had a lot of you aren't autistic in real life, just not on the internet. I haven't had the... maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a Reddit thread that says Autistic AF is talking shit. Maybe that exists. I do not know. But I have not seen anything. And I would expect to see it in the shit bin and on the YouTube comment section. Sometimes if you leave a comment on YouTube, by the way, and it's got a URL in it, so you're posting a link, it ain't going to get shown because I've disabled URLs, obviously because of the spammers, crypto scammers, that sort of stuff. It's the one simple way to get rid of most of that. But yeah, I don't content moderate, except when people use like the R slur or anything like this sort of stuff. I will, because they try and trick you. They kind of write something that's very similar but not quite. They'll make intentional spelling mistakes. What they're trying to say is like, oh, you're a retard, right? I will go and delete that comment. Gone. But I don't usually delete comments. So please, Miss Pat, you asked me if I would delete a comment. No, not at all. I did reply to you, by the way. There's no comment deletion. My telepathy tapes video gets tons of stuff though. I don't think you guys are going to be interested, but I've screen capped quite a lot of it. I get that you're weird, but you're kind of autistic. Your therapist questioned your diagnosis, Laura Toffel? Even that's nuts. Until next time, I said I don't believe in autism. Well, that's their problem, right? Like, okay, that's one step even further. If you don't believe in autism, it's like, okay, that's an interesting observation. Let's not even have a conversation about how you got to that point, because we've got the whole story of the Polish lady, and then Asperger, and then Leo Kanner, and then we've got the whole, yeah. It's going back to the 1920s now, when there was no autism. Just some very bad stamp collections. I think it's probably true if you colour your hair. Yeah, Rosetta. Yeah, that's true. I think that probably does attract certain types of comments, because it's a meme almost, which I think is very, very sad. I had blue hair once. It's very hard to dye black hair instantly, so it faded pretty quick. Jansen, you have to have your autism bestowed upon you by a doctor. The amusing thing that for me is that there are obviously some doctors moving around in the forests bestowing autism on people. You know, no one can suspect it. It must be given to you like a calling card. Left behind in I don't know, an old phone box or something. What's this? Oh, I'm autistic. Oh, you poor sweet summer child. Yeah, that is basically it. Like, people seem to confuse science and religion a lot. Yeah, they do. I've been credited by my trolls on my telepathy tapes video. Well, it wasn't actually about telepathy tapes. Look, my bad. Okay, I hold my hands up. The telepathy tapes stuff was happening, and I sort of shoehorned it into the video. So the video is really about Dr. John Campbell, but the telepathy tapes happened, and it was the same kind of. It's the same bullshit. And I just blended it all in together. And at no point did I ever say telepathy didn't exist, by the way. I don't personally believe in it, but I'm just saying, let's talk about standards of evidence, and let's talk about this, let's talk about that. And I'm not being duplicitous, I'm being very serious. What I regret doing is not spending more time with the telepathy tapes. I still feel comfortable in my decision to not pay the money to see their amazing evidence behind the paywall. I am comfortable in my decision to not pay to see the magical evidence, because this feels very much like a Victorian era con artist. Ooh, come behind the curtain, give me £10 and I will show you behind the curtain the boy with a monkey for a head. And I just don't feel comfortable paying for that. I'm not doing the freak show. I'm not paying for it. And there may be evidence behind there. But I feel like evidence is more like, let's present this at a conference and talk about it. Let's put the evidence in let's show people freely the evidence, allow them to come in and look for themselves. And that's how evidence should be shared with the world. And that's how it should be done. That is how I think it should be done. I don't want it to be like, this is the truth. 1 + 1 = 2, and it's written on a piece of paper and it's hidden behind a curtain. You have to pay for to see. Sorry, I've been attacked by like probably 1,000 people at this point for not paying to see the evidence, because the evidence really exists and telepathy is really true, and magical autistic children can really do incredible things with their minds. But in order to see the evidence, you have to pay for it. So I only reviewed the first episode on Spotify and their trailer. That's it. Sorry, Nina's back and the dogs are kicking off. This is why cats are better than dogs. Hello, Nina. Microphones. I'm on YouTube. Nina. Hey. I'm just sort of like riding the volume button on the microphone right now. Okay, just in case. So yeah, basically that's the issue, right? Sandwich time's coming up, Mike. I know. Every fucking schedule and routine started off as a new thing once, all right? And every Tuesday I have a sandwich now. And it's because I'm busy and I haven't got time to do stuff. But I did do a stir fry at about 4 o'clock, so I'm not super hungry right now. Making Nina a sandwich. She asked me to make her a sandwich. I've gone one better and actually left her food in the kitchen for her. Aren't I amazing? Oh, Laura Havoc. You know, it's like, oh, look, we've got our magical evidence of the magical autistic children, but it's behind a curtain. But science is behind a curtain too. Our science articles are behind a paywall. And it's like, oh, damn it, you know. 2 wrongs literally don't make a right here. Cheese and tomato sauce. Tomato sauce? Oh, Johnson. Oh. Cheese and tomato. Cheese, tomato, and red onion. Cheese and onion. The only time you'd use the tomato sauce is do you mean like ketchup, or do you actually mean sauce, like as in like passata to put on a pizza? Are you making bread pizza, Johnson? Uncooked bread pizza only. Scheukler, it's covered over, but there's a reasonable chance that it isn't there anymore. I just had to fix the aquarium. You can't eat real tomatoes. What do you think's in tomato sauce? Oh, ketchup. Okay. Like, I never think of tomato ketchup as tomato. Isn't it funny? It's a completely separate substance. Tomato ketchup is a condiment. Bruschetta is wonderful, and I'm getting hungry. And we do have some ciabatta in a plastic bag in the kitchen, and we do have some tomatoes that kind of need to be used up because I think they're past their best. And we do have some red onions, and garlic. Bruschetta could happen. Bruschetta in the after party while we watch Ben Shapiro get destroyed by Andrew Neil. I think that's a good time. I think we should do that in about 10 minutes. I have a huge list of foods I cannot eat due to texture smell. I agree with you, Jan. I understand, Jansen. I understand. Ketchup is gateway tomato, says Ascot. Ketchup is a gateway tomato. Ketchup is sugar with a hint of tomatoes. Yeah. Oh yeah, mushroom ketchup. Has anyone tried mushroom ketchup? We were talking about it in the thing. Dottie has not been swimming, Helen, because currently the plastic lid is holding fast. But Dottie getting big, and Dottie... These are what Dottie threw off the top of the aquarium to help hold the lid down. Look. They're from the Autistic Love Languages pebbling video. Oh, look, I look wild doing that. Autistic Vampire Cat Love Languages video. That's where they're from. They're rocks, man. You know, painted rocks. So, yeah, she threw them on the floor. Helen, I do need to weigh her. We have kitchen scales. I shall weigh her. She's not very, she's not like permissible. Like, I don't know that Dottie's gonna like consent to the weighing. I can try. But it's like, if my wife wasn't an ex-chef and cooked, I'd be eating cheese and ketchup sandwiches most days. Oh, amazing. What kind of cheese, Jansen? I can do Mariano pizza sauce as long as there's no chunks of tomato left. I know what you mean. Unexpected chunk of tomato is a bad thing. So here's the thing. I actually quite like tomatoes, but here's the kicker. Have any of you... I'm trying to... Does anyone remember Lord of the Rings? It was 2 towers. Yeah. Hang on a second. I'm going to share my screen again. Then I think we probably should after party. Here we go. It's this scene here, right? This is how I feel about tomatoes. Oh, man. Sorry. I'm going to eat you in a completely normal way, right? In a completely normal way, right? This scene here really grosses me out. This one. This one. Sorry. This scene, right, from Lord of the Rings is really disgusting. And like that's how I feel about those little cherry tomatoes. Like, just chop them in half first or something. We hates it. Exactly. I think 10 people have just left the live stream when I put this on. On that note, a little break, and then I'll see some of you in the after party. Well, we'll watch the Andrew Neil thing again. It is hilarious. It is mildly political. I don't think it should trigger anyone. It's just very, very funny. Yeah, this scene with the sound effects, which you can't hear because this is just a GIF, but like it's yeah, it really is. Unsubscribe. Is that why I'm losing people on live streams? Turn it off. So, thank you all for coming. Gentle reminder, I actually need to take it off my screen as well because it's still playing. Please, 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 please do consider having a little read about the whole choose. It's not choose and book anymore, is it? What's it called now? Right to choose. And the adult diagnosis pathway. Yeah, have a good read about that because this stuff is basically going. It's going to become if they get their way, which they probably will, to be fair, but they definitely will if people don't fill in this form. I'm sorry, this sounds like a chain letter. I know I sound a little bit like, oh, go do this, be a bit manipulative. Yeah, let your PDA get out the way on this one. This is well worth doing because it's ADHDUK.co.uk. Have a little look at the website. It's a bit messy, all right, the website. It's a bit messy. But there's an issue and a form to fill in. Please, it behoove you to have a look. Have a quick look in. There's a link directly to it in the description of the video. So do have a look at that. That's well worth your time. Well worth your time. And thank you all for being here. I'll see some of you in Discord. Otherwise, I'll see you on... hang on. I'll see some of you in Discord, the After Party channel. However... there's also videos on Sunday, etc., etc. There are more Patreon videos going up. By the way, I'm working on a whole bunch of videos for Patreon. I'm a bit behind because of my mum in the hospital and this sort of stuff around Christmas. So there is going to be a Patreon overload. If you are subscribed to Patreon, even if you're on the free tier and you suddenly get a shitload of emails, please, sorry about that. I was hoping to upload today, but it'll be in due course. I really will. Forgive my tardiness. But you know, stuff exists. Love to you all, and I'll see you there. We are going to go to the after party and look at that Andrew Neil thing. It's so funny. I'll see you there. I'll see you soon. Okay. See you soon. Bye. I have a tendency to do this now and again. So, like, this is kind of the state of the end zone. This is like the pre-after party. Oh my God, if you actually scan that on the screen, it glows. Sorry, give me a second. I've got my phone out. Oh, it locked itself. Hang on. Hang on. Not web browser, sorry. Not my face. Why are QR codes just so silly to use? It didn't glow. Oh, it did glow. Okay, it's a kind of like a lame glow. Like, thank you so much. It knows because it's actually goes to Restream. And the Restream platform knows when it gets hit and it knows when to load it. It's like an intermediary platform. I prefer not to use it. I prefer to use OBS. But I used Restream because I'm testing streaming on, because I'm on Twitch. Is there much point to streaming on Twitch? I don't think there is. I think Twitch is generally full of, like, you know, like the scam bots and stuff. And then there's, I'm also streaming on, I don't think Instagram streaming works that well, to be honest. I don't think that's working. And TikTok. Bonsai Banana, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. This is actually not part of the stream, really. This is just me being a bit cheeky. See you all later. Bye. Obviously, something after party, like in a few minutes.